Hi, this is The Key Still Unlocks the Door, video number 14, from the verse 2 Chronicles 7:14. If my people, which are called by my name, will humble themselves and pray, seek my face, and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land. There's another event in the pre-Exodus story that really exemplifies what happens when someone rejects God. Look at what Pharaoh says to Moses after the plague of darkness. Exodus chapter 10, verse 28 through 29. And Pharaoh said unto him, Get thee from me, take heed to thyself, see my face no more, for in that day that thou seest my face thou shalt die. And Moses said, Thou hast spoken well, I will see thy face again no more. And Pharaoh spoke his final words of rejection. God was about to exhibit his great mercy, but Pharaoh would not be a partaker in that mercy. In the next plague, God would send the death angel throughout Egypt, including Goshen, where the Israelites lived, and all the firstborn of the land of every family would die, except for all those who would listen, for all those who would look upon the greatness of God and His name and choose to ally themselves with Him, for all those who sought His face and turned from the gods of Egypt. There was provided a way of escape. There was, for people who had come to realize that Egypt, with all its beauty and splendor, was but a place of captivity and slavery, and their only hope of escape was found in all that the God of Israel was. Except for the first 3 plagues, the Israelites had been exempt. Now, though, in the most important of all, they were brought back before the face of God. They had enjoyed watching as the wrath of God was poured out upon Egypt, but now they stood face to face with the judgment of God themselves. In none of these other plagues had they been required to do anything, but in this there would be a call to action. Moses called the people of Israel together and revealed this beautiful picture, this foreshadowing of God's greatest act of mercy. They were to take a lamb, and according to God's timing and plan, they were to slay it and eat it. Then they were to take the blood of the lamb and with a hyssop spread it upon the doorpost of their houses. Then they were to enter into their houses and wait as the death angel passed over the land. As long as they were hidden behind the blood, they were safe. When Pharaoh and those of Egypt that rejected the name of God that had been revealed in so many powerful and really dynamic ways, there was no other source of mercy to be found. For those who had seen His revelation of mercy upon His people and His revelation of judgment upon Egypt, the next step was logical. If God said to put blood on your doorpost and hide behind it while the death angel swept across the land, then the logical thing was to trust Him and do it. But because they had seen Him, the people of Egypt and the people of Israel, because they had seen Him, they could trust Him. So my question today is, has the world seen enough of God in us to make them want to trust Him? Have they seen enough of God in us to make the riches and beauty and fame and fortune of this world seem dim? In comparison to a relationship with Him, how do they see the world, and what have we done to cause them to change their view? I say, church, it's time to pray.